Our freedom, so precious, delicious, and cool, comes from years of struggle. It does. Laced in our 50 stars is a history of blood. So to continue our tradition, we shed some more. Funny then that one of our flag's colors is red. When that flag hit soils with potential weapons, we proved that weapons existed in foreign lands. Yup, our weapons. We traumatize young people who live different, but instead of being a reflection of freedom, we're ironic cause our insistence to stay takes freedom away. Yeah. Freedom then in our land is socially defined. My critique is that our fellow human beings deserve it. But our definition of freedom only belongs to us. This is true, because the social freedom of red, white, and blue isn't freedom to the fullest at all. So let's look at freedom in the exchange of morbidity for it. Yeah. The Iraq War. The Iraq War is like so many horrible things, like the pain and the hurt that my childhood brings, laced with emotional violent shots too. This war is straight up abuse. Iraq, this war is like weird, abusive, and inappropriate sex, because it's been like 5 years and we still won't pull out. And if America was a man and this is patriarchal rape, then we love the oil bosoms on Iraqi landscape. This rape, there's no question, just as like rape, but Iraq has no contraceptive, no protection. Objection, hell yes, objection. We've screwed them for 5 years like human rejection. But let's look at this war like it's masturbation, because it's apparent to me that we've effed ourselves. Other countries don't see much emotional wealth coming from us, caring to others, because we kill civilian humanity, our brothers, our sisters, our daughters, our mothers, stuck to the soil like the soil was our lover. In fact, our self-abuse is apparent too. If we're partial to U.S. life, how many soldiers have we been through? The funny thing is, I'm not Iraqi, but I'm hurt because of the neglect you give me. The opinion and the opinion of the masses. So why should we kiss governmental asses when the fact remains we won't help our own? So surprise, surprise, we won't leave others alone. Isn't it better that they don't want our way when our raid rapes and aches a million mistakes, kills civilians and millions with these dollars to infiltrate countries and say we're there to empower? Remember when I said this war was like rape? Well, it is, because it was forced on the face and the body and the hands of human people. To so many, this war is so evil, but a difference exists. Repeat sex offenders get humiliation, are punished verbally through the system. But this injustice will serve no sentence in prison. And if we deal with it the way we dealt with Vietnam, we'll wait 20 years and try to forget this sad song, whose melody is mistakes that we made in the past, traumatizing memories of murderous acts. It's like I can't stand and speak on my own 2 feet. And no, I don't like this American musical beat that plays in Iraqi soil today. So stubborn this lack of listening we display. Today, I will not stand for this. The public is extremely pissed. I speak on behalf of everyone against the war. We didn't even pay, but treat Iraq like a whore. The war takes a toll on privileged me, so think of what he does to so many Iraqis. I steal this from another poem of mine to have an appropriate ending line. $720 million are spent for war and blood a day. This war is not at all okay.
Start up a second. Okay. First speaker for today at the admin building is going to be Nina Shacker from Students for Economic Justice. Alright, how you guys doing? I'm with Students for Economic Justice. We're an activist group that uses student power to address issues of oppression on campus. The war on Iraq is definitely a priority for us because MSU is invested in numerous corporations that are connected to it. Being a college student in the United States is a big economic commitment
because even though we live in the wealthiest country in the world, tuition is extremely expensive. So higher education is still a privilege.
Say it, dude, say it! 22,000, 9.8% interest! Fuck! Be serious.
Give or take, it costs about $10,000 a year for each of us to go to MSU. And that amount doesn't even include what we pay for rent, food, or health care. To afford that, many of us are forced to work while we go to school full time. And we're being put in a position where we need a college education because of a lot of jobs that have been considered unskilled labor require you to have a degree. So maybe we should be asking more questions about where our money is going. Like, why are we putting millions of dollars into corporations that profit from the war when our tuition was raised 9.6% last year? Every penny that comes into this university should be put towards our educations and strengthening our community. Our administration isn't recognizing how much of a struggle it is for many of us to be here. Money for college also happens to be one of the main lines that recruiters use to make the Army sound more appealing. The problem is that our government operates on a system of false promises. On average, veterans won't get more than a third of the cost of a public college tuition. They have to contribute a portion of every paycheck to a fund, and many veterans are still denied that money. If anything, the military profits off the tuition dollars they promise their soldiers. But this campus exists for us. Our administrators work for us. Our government is supposed to exist for us too. This war is costing us $720 million a day, which is enough for 34,904 full college scholarships. We should be making these decisions. As students and as Americans, we have the right to say that using our money to fund the systematic oppression of anyone is unacceptable. We have the right to say that we will not be a part of the war machine, and we have the right to expect to get as much out of this university as we put into it. This war is no longer popular. The majority of U.S. citizens, Iraqis, and the U.S. military want it to end. But not enough people are willing to take action. The state news has refused to cover a march and rally that happens every year. Well, in some ways I agree. I can't believe we're here again. But if they had shown up, they would have realized that there is no shortage of topics to talk about surrounding the war on Iraq. We looked through the paper today and we couldn't figure out why this, of all things, wasn't news. We've collected hundreds of today's issues, and if it's all right with everyone, we're going to be making an extra stop to drop them off at the office on Grand River to tell the state news that as students, we deserve equal representation. If they're going to exclude specific demographics of MSU students, they shouldn't be in circulation. There should be more focus on the anti-war movement because we all have something at stake here. Thank you.